morning and a very warm welcome. You're watching Janata Television and this is the English Bulletin with me, Sushant Hakal. The top stories first. Devotees observing Fulpati today. This day is dedicated to Goddess Saraswati. President to observe Army Parade at Turikhel. Today, Nepalese Army to present Guard of Honor to the President. Finance Minister stresses on double shift for development projects, unveils plans to reopen inoperative state-owned industries. Nearly 2 million displaced in Shaanxi province by flood, more than 17,000 homes collapse. And Lionel Messi breaks another record, becomes the first South American to score 80 international goals. And now the news in detail. Today is the 7th day of Bada Dasai festival. This day is celebrated by worshipping Goddess Saraswati, who is the embodiment of knowledge. It is believed that Goddess Bhavani took the form of Goddess Saraswati on this day to end ignorance through knowledge. Worshipping Goddess Saraswati is expected to remove all the obstacles that cloud the judgment of the devotees. The blessings of Goddess Saraswati is vital for all devotees because it is not possible to attain liberation without knowledge. She bestows knowledge and ability to judge in a fair manner. Goddess Saraswati is worshipped in spring and autumn seasons. Devotees especially worship Goddess Saraswati in autumn to attain power through the means of knowledge. She is offered white flowers by the devotees in the morning, while they collect 9 different flora in the evening at the altar in every home. Therefore, this day is also known as Fulapati, a name which derives from flowers. As per the tradition, the 9 different varieties of flowers brought from Gorkha Darbar are kept at the Dasai Ghar in the capital on this day. 6 priests of Magar community carry the flowers from Gorkha to Kathmandu via Dhading. The auspicious flowers and the priest are greeted with gun salute by Nepalese Army at the Army Pavilion in Turikhel before the flowers are taken to the Dasai Ghar. Public holidays of Dasai begin from this day onwards. By this day, most of the people leave the capital to celebrate the festival at their hometowns, which leaves the streets of Kathmandu deserted. The Nepalese Army is organizing a parade at Turikhel on the occasion of Fulpati today. President Bidya Devi Bhandari along with cabinet ministers are scheduled to attend the parade. The president is the supreme commander-in-chief of the Nepalese Army. On the occasion, the army personnel would present a guard of honor to the president, while different units of the Nepali Army would open rifle and cannon fires in celebration. A military helicopter will shower flowers from above, while a military band will perform the national anthem. The army personnel will also hold march past on the occasion. In the view of the risk of COVID-19, all the invitees have been asked to compulsorily wear face masks. Prime Minister Sharbadu Deuba has expressed happiness over the ongoing construction works of the Pokhara Regional International Airport. PM Deuba gave such gesture after inspecting the under-construction airport, a national pride project. He said he was happy that the airport construction has been continued even during the coronavirus pandemic. The Prime Minister stated that the government would facilitate in removing a small hillock located to the south of the airport, which stands as a problem for aircrafts. Director of the Pokhara Regional International Airport project, Pradeep Adhikari, had briefed the PM on the physical progress of the airport so far and the problems encountered in course of the construction. According to Adhikari, 85% of the construction work of the airport have been completed so far. The airport construction project should have been completed last July as per the agreement, but was delayed due to COVID-19 pandemic. Project Chief Bines Munakarmi said preparations are underway to complete all the remaining works within the extended deadline of 1 year. This is Janata Bulletin. We'll be right back after a short break. Welcome back after the break. We continue with other national news. The government has confirmed 785 new cases of COVID-19 across the country. According to the Ministry of Health and Population, the number of active cases of coronavirus has dropped to 14,787 in Nepal. There are 8 districts with more than 500 cases and 20 with more than 200 cases. Morang, Sunsari, Jhapa, Kathmandu, Lalitpur, Bhaktapur, Kaski and Rupandehi have more than 500 active cases of coronavirus. According to the ministry, the rate of infection is 18.7% in the country. Meanwhile, 888 people recovered from the disease yesterday. With this, the total number of recovery cases stands at 776,831, which is 96.8% recovery rate. Meanwhile, the virus claimed 12 more lives across the country, taking the death toll to 11,243. 8 people, including the driver, died on the spot when a Ghandruk-bound jeep met with an accident at Kaldara of Annapurna Rural Municipality 11 in Kaski district yesterday afternoon. According to the Province Police Office, Gandaki, one person travelling on that ill-fated jeep with a registration number GA1 JOS 6900 was rescued alive. Her condition is said to be normal. The driver who died in the accident has been identified as Khushiman Chetri, 42, of Nyapu of Annapurna Rural Municipality 5. Similarly, other deceased have been identified as Jinlav Ghising, 18, of Gangapu and Suja Chaudhary, 24, from the same locality. Likewise, Liza Chaudhary, 20, Suman Chaudhary, 20, Achutam Kafle, 22, Ashish Ale, 18, of Gangabu and Bania Chetri, 27, of Gorkha also died in the accident, informed Deputy Superintendent of Police Shravan Kumar Bika. Devika Ghising, 20, from Gangapu survived the accident with only some minor bruises in her left hand and nose. Her condition is normal, added DSP BK. Devika was found hanging off a cliff and the locals, in coordination with security personnel, rescued her. The accident took place when the jeep coming from Pokhara slid back from a steep hill at 1:30 p.m. police said. The jeep lost its control and fell some 200 meters off the road at Kaldara Cliff, added DSP Subhasamal. And now the news from the economic front. Finance Minister Janardhan Sharma has said the contract for public construction will have an additional provision with the condition to implementation of the projects in 2 shifts. Speaking at a recent discussion on budget implementation with the concerned bodies, Finance Minister Sharma stated that capital expenditure could not be increased through single shift work. He argued that no rise in capital expenditure would cause a hurdle in meeting the target of economic growth. He added that development projects rarely met deadlines and insisted for a double shift to complete the work on time. The finance minister added that the government would pursue a policy of discouraging the culture of intentional delaying development projects. According to the minister, preparations are underway to reopen inoperative state-owned industries. Likewise, a work procedure granting the permission of seeking the contract of public construction project up to Rs 100 million through labour cooperatives would be finalized soon, said Minister Sharma. Also speaking on the occasion, Vice Chairman of the National Planning Commission, Bishwanath Paudel, presented an idea of testing the real capacity of contractors before awarding them contracts. The trend of awarding 70% of projects to a handful of people should be eliminated to speed up development, said Paudel. Time for a short break here at Janata Bulletin. Stay tuned for international news. Welcome back, and now the international news. More than 1.76 million people have been affected by severe flooding in China's northern Shaanxi province, according to local media. Torrential rain last week led to houses collapsing and triggered landslides across more than 70 districts and cities in the province. Heavy rainfall is hampering rescue efforts, officials said. The flooding comes less than 3 months after extreme rains in Henan province left more than 300 dead. In neighboring Hebei province, a bus fell into a flooded river. State media said that 3 people had died and 11 of the 51 on board were missing. In Shaanxi, China's Meteorological Administration also told local media that heavy and prolonged rainfall and storms had hampered rescue efforts. Shaanxi is also home to a number of ancient monuments which are at major risk from the severe rainfall. More than 120,000 people have been urgently transferred and resettled, and 17,000 homes have collapsed across Shaanxi province, authorities told the Xinhua news agency. You're watching Janata Bulletin, and now the latest from the world of sports. Lionel Messi became the first South American to score 80 international goals as his Argentina side beat Uruguay in World Cup qualifying. Argentina captain Messi opened the scoring for his side with a floated cross that somehow evaded the goalkeeper. Rodrigo de Paul doubled Argentina's lead before halftime, with Lautaro Martinez adding a third after the break. Messi said that they played a great game and everything worked out perfectly. Argentina are now 24 games unbeaten, and their latest win keeps up the pressure on Brazil in South America's World Cup qualifying group. The victory narrows the gap between Brazil and second-placed Argentina at the top of the 10-team group to 6 points, after Brazil drew 0-0 with Colombia earlier on Sunday. We are at the end of Janata Bulletin, and the headlines once again. Devotees observing Fulpati today. This day is dedicated to Goddess Saraswati. President to observe Army Parade at Turikhel today. Nepalese Army to present Guard of Honor to the President. Finance Minister stresses on double shift for development projects, unveils plans to reopen inoperative state-owned industries. Nearly 2 million displaced in Shaanxi province by flood, more than 17,000 homes collapse. And Lionel Messi breaks another record, becomes the first South American to score 80 international goals. And that's all from the English News Desk for today. You can follow Janata Television and our programs on various social media platforms, including on our website, janatasamachar.com. Keep watching Janata Television. Namaste.